Here's how to stop losing money when listing your first product on Amazon FBA. When I listed my first products on Amazon, I made just about every mistake in the book. But that was over 3 years ago, and since then I've listed thousands of products and I've built a thriving Amazon FBA business using the online arbitrage model. Today I'm sharing the 5 biggest mistakes that beginners make when listing their first products, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Whether you're brand new to Amazon FBA or you're still in the infancy of your business, these tips could save you thousands of pounds and plenty of headaches. Mistake number 1, skipping the product approval checks. With online arbitrage, you're reselling branded products. It's therefore easy to assume that if others are selling these products, you'll be able to as well. However, this is not always the case, especially when you're a new seller. Amazon has strict rules around gated categories, restricted brands, and compliance requirements. Avoid the trap. Check if the product is restricted or are you eligible to sell it. Always add the product to your Amazon inventory first before purchasing. That way, you'll be able to tell if you are eligible to sell this product. If you decide not to go through the purchase for a different reason, you can just simply delete that product from your Amazon inventory. Why does it matter? I've seen beginners buy hundreds of units of restricted products only to realize they're not eligible to sell. Not only is this going to be a massive setback, I've actually seen it end people's businesses. I've actually created a full YouTube video showing you exactly how to get ungated, so please go and check that out for more information. Mistake 2, misunderstanding Amazon's listing system. Unlike platforms like eBay, where each individual seller will create their own unique listing for the product they're trying to sell, Amazon puts all sellers under one product listing page. This product-first approach is especially important when it comes to online arbitrage. Here's the difference. With online arbitrage, you are selling products that are already listed on Amazon. So your job is to make sure that you're matching the same product from the retail store that's already on Amazon. If you're creating a new listing, much like in private label, then the whole process is far more complex. In arbitrage, you might find a product that is not listed on Amazon, and you might think to yourself, why don't I create my own listing? Whilst this is potentially possible, the reality is it will not rank very highly on the Amazon algorithm, meaning you have to spend a fortune in ads in order to get sales. By the time you've done this, any sort of profit you think you had has probably disappeared. When selling through arbitrage, make sure you spend the time making sure you have found the correct listing. Go through that existing product page and double check all the details to make sure you are not looking at 2 separate products. You need to be certain that the product you're going to sell is the product the customer expects to receive. Mistake 3, poor listing quality. Even in online arbitrage, where you're working with existing listings, the success of sales still depend on how well your product is positioned. Details like pricing, condition notes for used items, and fulfillment methods, FBA versus FBM, will all determine the success of your sales. Fix it like this. Optimize condition notes. If you're selling used items or open box items, be transparent and descriptive. This builds trust, avoids negative reviews, and limits returns. Ensure the main listing is strong. Before adding your product to an existing listing, make sure the listing makes sense. If you're unsure about what the listing is advertising, then the customer's going to struggle too. Poor listings can hurt your sales, even if the product's great. Pro tip, when possible, improve a listing using the edit feature on Seller Central. Whilst you might not be able to make huge changes, the occasional added detail can make all the difference. Mistake 4, overlooking fees. With online arbitrage, profit margins can be slim, especially if you're not accounting for Amazon's fees correctly. These include FBA fees, referral fees, and sometimes storage fees if your items don't sell particularly quickly. Use tools like SellerAmp to determine your true profit after all costs. Factor in prep fees and shipping costs into Amazon fulfillment centers. Aim for at least 30% ROI after all fees to account for any unexpected expenses. Look for products with a strong price history using tools like Keeper to make sure you've done an in-depth analysis. That way we can hopefully avoid any sudden price drops. Mistake 5, buying too much stock too soon. Online arbitrage often feels like a treasure hunt, and when you find that winning product, you can get way too excited. But buying too much stock can massively backfire. The product may not sell very quickly, and the price may tank due to high competition. Play it smart. Learn how to calculate quantities. A very simple method is to take the number of sales per month and divide it by the number of sellers. This will give you a rough guide to the number of units you should be buying. There are definitely way more factors to consider. However, this is a really good starting point in the beginning. Monitoring the buy box trends can help you gauge price stability and other competition. In online arbitrage, market conditions can change quickly. Therefore, making sure you're buying the correct quantities not only can help you manage cash flow correctly, but it also minimizes your risk. Starting on Amazon FBA through online arbitrage can be incredibly rewarding, but avoiding these 5 common mistakes is a key to your early success. I've been in the game for a few years now, and trust me, it's far better to learn from other people's mistakes than to make those mistakes on your own. Which mistakes are you guys most worried about? Or which mistakes have you already learned from? Drop them in the comments below, and I'd love to hear if there are any videos you'd like me to make. And whilst you're here, please give the video a like and subscribe for more Amazon FBA content.